Welcome to the Bosporan Kingdom campaign for Et Impera 1.2.8. In the last part, we pushed up and took Bactria, which has given us access to both gold and wood in this area, which is going to be absolutely brilliant. It also means we've now got a jumping off point to really strike at the heart of the Parthian Empire. But we do have a growing problem down here because they pushed an army through into this area. But I think we could be okay, because it is predominantly a cavalry army. Now, before we get into the gameplay, I just want to talk about two things. The first thing is more of an apology. If my voice sounds a bit rough, it's down to the fact that I seem to be developing a cold, which is probably not good since it's only a couple of days before Christmas Day. So, but that's the way it is. We can only live with what we got. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is the fact that if you're probably aware that there is a new update coming, and it may have dropped fairly soon. So I'm already starting to think about my next series, because the new update introduces major changes to the map. When that update drops, I will be winding up this series and wanted to start a new series. Because it is a new map with wonders on it, I want to be able to try and expand across the map very quickly. So what I'm thinking is to do one of the old favourites, which is obviously Rome, Carthage, Egypt, or possibly the Seleucid Empire, although I'm not a big fan of playing the Seleucids, especially as the fact that a lot of the focus in this series is in the East as well. So what I'm saying is if you've got any opinions on what you'd like to see, if you would like to see a Rome campaign, feel free to chuck it in the comments and we will take it from there. Now the question is, how are we going to deal with these guys? Because we've got an army moving through here, which good. I think we're going to bring this army through to here. And I know I brought this army across, but we're going to bring this army this way. We're going to have to kind of shoot across the desert. Now, this army is predominantly cav, so it doesn't really threaten Parza. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull you back about there. Yeah, he's just on that edge, so maybe we can just move you back that way, so they can't quite reach us. We're going to play the AI at its own tactics, actually. And what I'd like is for these guys to come in and chance their arm against Parza, because, as I say, because they're a cav army, they shouldn't be able to take this settlement. If they want to try, that's up to them. And then we'll bring this army in to attack. We've got this army needs to kind of start moving back so that it can refurbish. I'm not sure if we've got the ability to recruit here. Yes, we have. What have we got here? We need a couple of archers, because this army is the one that's missing archers, isn't it? Although we could have a couple of Thracian Peltas. I must admit, I'm not the greatest fan of Peltas. So, see if there's any. No, we don't have it. So what we're going to have to do is go for some pretty basic archers, Persian archers. And that actually strangely brings the army up to full strength. That's pretty good. Yeah, it seems a bit strange playing with an army with only two sets of archers in it. This army, I think you can. When there's no real threat through here, because this army could move across to here and defend both. I'm just wondering whether it's overkill, because what I'd like to do is strike up through here and take this settlement. I think we're gonna. No one's gonna get through there very quickly, is they? So if I put this army about here, that just means that, can I recruit anything here? No. Okay. And you've got a garrison, yep. So I think we're in a reasonable position to be able to deal with the opposition. Because one of the things you've got to be very careful of when you get to a certain point in this game is not to get too carried away. And we've got Marv here. This is another cav army. The only downside with Parthia is they can be a little bit just take a sneak peek at Amel. Yep, but we'll keep this guy kind of keeping an eye on the situation here. Now, I don't want that. I want construction report. Oh yeah, I've already done that building. Oh no, which way are we gonna go? Money or wood? I don't think we're really. I mean, we could go for. I think we'll go for the money. This is always a very rich option. So, of course, we're going to build gold here as well. If we can switch the. Wow. We're not really pressed for money at the moment. So, how's the province overview? Not that one. This one. Yeah, I mean, we got 33 influence. So we should be able to convert this relatively quickly, especially as the fact that most of the other cultures are we're already the dominant culture actually, which is good. Although it probably will tell me cultural differences -5 military presence. Yeah, we need to settle this instability down here as well. So we'll get this army to come through to here, and then he can actually defend there. We'll just have a quick skite through. I'm clicking the wrong buttons here today. I'm not sure why. Right, we got Bactria needs to be built. Of course, we got this settlement here that needs to be. I think we're okay at the moment. So I think we're just going to go for an intern. Nope, we've got some unassigned skills. Right, we got Heralds of Triton down here. And what have you got? Let me see. I think we're looking a little bit of public order. Possibly that this guy may need to fight. So actually, no, let's go with that. Push the cultural conversion a little bit more. Not exactly sure what the culture in this area is. It's 69%. So, and it's 35 against. Yeah, I mean, a little bit more of a shove won't go amiss. Wow. Oh, of course, this new general needs to get his promotions going. 3% public. Oh, well, I think we can give him a bit of that, but I'm going to give him a little bit of military as well. Let me see, because of course he's a new general. Melee. We do need to build this army up a little bit as well. Against elephants, we're not going to fight elephants, so give him that. Yeah, there's part of me that says that maybe I need to, because this army's a little bit kind of low tech. I think what I am going to do is we're going to come out of there and we're going to start building. Oh, you've got no units. Of course, yeah, I knocked the garrison down here, didn't I? You've got the. I think what we will do is we're just going to reshape this army here. We got be better. We got here. We got heavy Bosporan spearmen. We got one of these. These guys have got a lot of rank though. I think we're gonna have to do it. I'm gonna get rid of you, and that gives me a chance to look at these guys. We got some Scythian foot archers, and we've got Sumatrian archers. These are 15. Yeah, but these guys are just equally as good. I think we're getting a couple of these guys in. We've got Scythian armored archers in here as well. It's painful to do this, but I think we're gonna. Oops, what happened there? Oops. I'm gonna disband you. I just feel that this. Yeah, and then this army can. I just would like to make this army a little bit more kind of balanced. Is probably the correct way of saying it. I think to recruit here, we can't. We'd have to come to here, wouldn't we? I think what we're going to do is get you in the water and send you to there. I mean, I've been thinking about rebuilding this army anyway, or this army. Then what we might do is swap the two round. We'll come down here, pick up some heavier infantry, which we can then put up onto that border. I think that might work. And I think that's it. We're going to go for an end turn. Okay. Need for cavalry, rally horsemen, and horsemen. So what we get here? Cavalry recruitment cross. Doesn't really make that much difference, to be honest. So we've got a little bit of desertion up here, but that's to be expected because these guys are in the water. Get you coming down this way into this area. Construction report. Okay, we've got a quick look at this. Building Agora there. We certainly need a library going. Got to move this army. Right. Of course, we're in summer. I think we're you through into here. That you can kind of take up position there. Get out of the desert. And we've got these guys raiding. Kind of inclined to engage them. So if we can get right on the edge here, and we're hopefully we can push them back a little bit. Yeah. And of course he's not going to get the range, but these are in distance. So what we can do is kind of push them back out of our territory. I just love the desert. It's always such great fun. Yeah, you guys are taking attrition again. Because it's summer region attrition. The reason for that is that because we've got our supply lines down here, what it's saying is that we're cut off from our supply lines, which is a little bit of a pain in the neck. We could get through to Susia. The trouble is, it's getting to it because this army would have to push into this area. What we could do, doesn't seem to be an army here. We're going to put a little bit of a threat on Susia. Yeah, I think if we do that, they might bring an army, and then if necessary, we can retreat back again. Because how big's the garrison is? The garrison's only 14. Make sure there's nothing here. Yep. I think what we're going to do is come here. Bring you up here. These are two cav armies against two military armies. Thanks. We're going to push you in front like that. But effectively what we're going to do is kind of push on two fronts here and see if we can draw them out. Can't move any further. You need to recruit. You're kind of there. You're there. Can't recruit anything here. My instinct is to send this guy here so that we can get some more troops. You need another archer. Nice to get. Got here Scythian foot archer, and we've got armored archers here. Sorry, you've got to go. We're gonna get another. Right, this gives this army armored archers. We're going to bring in one of these guys, balance this front line, And I doubt very much if we'll be able to recruit anything else, because this is you've got no secondary cavalry, is it? Actually quite like these Scythian lancers. Oh no, okay, can't recruit 2. I think that is about all we can do this turn. Right, we've got everything else is kind of being built up. All declared. Roman the Getae. That makes it even more imperative to... Why are you... You need to go up there. We won't promote these guys. And you're recruiting. Kind of thinking, is there anybody who's a little bit better? You've got armor 22. You've got armor 9. I think we're gonna get rid of one of these, and we're gonna bring in. You've got armor 2. You've got armor of 22. So we're just gonna reshape this army a little bit, so that it's possibly going to be a little bit more flexible. It's probably the polite way. That is one thing I haven't checked, is my family tree and politics. Politics is, these guys are a bit low, but then loyalty, yeah, I mean, we're probably taking a bit of a hit from populism. Yeah, well, not much we can do about that. I think the family generally is awfully promoted, isn't it? Just get rid of deceased. You could probably do with getting married. That would bring in a new wife that we can train up. Send you on. You can go to Galatia because this is your first round, so there'll be nothing lost. Anybody else? Who are you, Alexis? Oh, you're only 17. That's okay. Got these guys. You're 17. You're only 14. So we're going to get a couple of new generals fairly soon. How old are you? You're 36. I think that gives me. I think we've got enough generals and on the male side. Well, we could probably give him a promotion. Actually, you could probably do with a promotion. Spend a little bit of that money making these guys look a bit happy, feel a bit happy about themselves. Promotion as well. Who are you? You're in Parza. You really need some extra perks as well. You're in Parza. That means you're actually. I think that cultural conversion could be quite useful, seeing he's operating in new territories. Which army are you in Parza? Oh, you're the infantry army. Okay. Right. I think that's all we can do this turn, so we're going to go for an intern. Oops, no. We got our navy here. This has got a promotion. I think you can go for. I think we'll go for a little bit of public order here, because he's the one dragging down the public order in this area. We do need to get it up because it's still minus 79, which means that we've actually got a potential for rebellion in our own capital. Actually, what we could do is put you into patrol for a little while. That would push the public order up a little bit, and we're just going to go for another enter. There we are. Consequential diplomats return accompanied by better train. That should possibly make Glacier like as daughter comes of age. Oh wow, that's good. Right, we've got a little bit more This is still rock solid. Who's the new wife? Gotta find her. Right, you can now go to a safe place. We'll send you to Egypt. I think we'll give her philosopher. And we've got a new daughter here somewhere as well. We can find her. It looks like this is her here. Cassandra. Again, you're going to go to somewhere that's a little bit shaky to start with. Actually, you can go to Pergamon. You're semi-shaky. You got your first mission to do. Right, over here, we've kind of pushed away. Oops, where am I? We've pushed away this army here. But we got this army kind of sat here again, another cav army. As we push this guy away, we're going to bring this army back along this path. We'll leave get our cav army back on the road here. Cover this part here. This army is 17. We're going to bring this army back this way. So that what we might be able to do is push up this road straight at this settlement here. I want you to attack Susia. Again, I think I'm just going to fight this very quickly to keep the casualties to minimum. I mean, it's no contest. Hopefully we'll be able to get the elephants into action as well. Start deployment. Oh, this is one of my favourite cities for defending, because if you ever get attacked by a big army, you just fortify this position. Don't worry about this position, and you can hold off a massive army by doing that. What I have is these guys here, and what I'd like is we're going to put the lots of lancers. I think we're actually no. We'll have a flanking unit on this side, and we'll have a couple of units on this side. What we got here? I think you can work with the general on this side. You're actually horse archers, and then what we'll do is have the usual configuration. I mean, if I'm completely honest, my heavy archers are just as good. What we're going to do is we're going to pick up the front line, kind of start to move them forward, so we got onto the top of that ridge line there. I think we'll break one of you that way. In fact, we got a narrow entrance there. Don't want to split the line just at the moment. We'll just, there we are.
Heavy archers! Pikes at the ready! Yes, Commander! Royal Horse Archers! Lancers! Heavy archers!
Start to bring these guys in this way. You're the flanking units.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
That's to be expected. We got here light spear infantry. We'll bring these guys across the back. Just love it when the AI chases troops. You guys come that way. Heavy archers in. Right, we're gonna get them in this box. So Poplates in. Oops, no.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Get the cavalry in. But these guys are. But these guys are getting a little bit mauled. Bring these guys down here. Right, these guys are broken. Get some more missile troops into here. The archers down there.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Cavalry that way. You guys in. Horse archers.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Right, what we're going to do is turn these guys round.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
The archers go a long way away. General, come in. These guys are going. Yeah, the AI is actually being a bit intelligent here. They're actually using flaming archers against my elephants.
Our general is under attack. Awaiting orders.
The lancers, right, in amongst the opposition.
Commander, understood. Victoria, Poplates ready.
Right, these guys have gone. The I mean, the cavalry against light missile troops is effectively, even the horse archers will do it. Our elephants are in there now. Look at that. Right, I think they're crumbling. They've turned round. That's it. End battle. Lost 114, which is probably the same as the auto resolve, but more importantly, we got the casualties are probably concentrated in specific units rather than kind of a straight cut across the top. And of course, taking this settlement is really going to open up the map as well. Going to occupy. And we've got up at Imperium level. Thank you, game. you can see here, see, because we've opened up this whole chunk of the map here, it means that we can see what's moving in this area, which effectively makes this settlement safe, which means we can push this army up to about here, because we can see if anyone's coming through here now.
What do you wish of me?
We've got an agent there, so we're going to push on. Got you there. What I'd like to know is what's going on over here, but we're going to go via Amel. Right, what we got here is 2 cav armies and a garrison of 12 in Amel. Okay.
Ready for battle. Commander.
I can't get in. Right, we're going to have a... He's inside the zone of control. I think we can't... The question is whether there's going to be an army here. Well, we'll certainly put that in. And now we may have a sanitation problem in the short term, but we're certainly going to go the route of the spicy man. There. I think what we'll do is we'll
At your
just
command.
move this army forward a smidge.
March. Ready for battle.
With you behind.
The way is blocked.
Actually,
At your command.
tiny bit
On the
more.
move. We hunt at once.
And what I'm hoping is that if we can draw these guys out,
How can I be of assistance?
what we'll do is try a bit. Oh, can't do anything. This guy needs some. We're going to deploy you there. Now we've got this settlement that's been isolated,
You can call me.
and what I want to see is that because we've got this army over here,
Moving unseen.
we can knock out this army. We could be in with a shout here. Right. You can't move any further.
At your command.
You, I think we can just move you in front of Bam. We've got this army
We hunger for battle.
moving up as well.
Advance.
You can't recruit anything else here. Works. You actually could do with some cavalry, or certainly hire you in. Give you the upgrade. Now we've gone up an Imperium level, so the first thing we need to do is just take a quick look at our... Yeah, we're back to 20% Empire maintenance, which is going to reduce my cash. So we're going to need to work a little bit more on Empire maintenance. Oh, yep, I've got this other army. Where are you? So I wanted to bring you in.
Commander.
Like that.
You have further orders.
And I want you to... I think we're going to go for a fairly tough front line. But, well, yeah, we're just going to build this army up completely. 2 more armies, 3 more fleets. I've got another edict, which could be useful. And we've got an option for 2 more governors. Now, edicts. Where is my most profitable? You're making cash. So are you. So are you. So are you. You're not down here. What we could do is, this is +1 Empire maintenance. Don't want to sell slaves. Actually, let me just take a quick look at the politics. You're down to 29%. You're the pass. That's it. Anti. Yeah. See, maybe I can use this to a different advantage. What are we looking for? Political efficient village. So the nobility is in there. The one province that I don't have complete control of is the one province I want to put a an edict in. Okay, so much for that idea. What was it? It was this one, wasn't it? I think we'll just go with the old reliable tax harvesting there. That will offset some of my costs of doing that there. Now, I think from the perspective of here, I'd like to get governor up here because we need to kind of improve our capability here. So a little bit of cultural conversion, yeah. I'm going to recruit you there. I think we got most of the governors here, out here. I think what we could do with was that we can probably turn off the food here because we're not making that much money. What's the oops? Let me see. Yeah, the culture here is 0, but which is good. So what we really need is an agent up here. I think that might be a bit more useful. Not this actually. Craftsman's Guild. I think what I'd like to do is we're going to keep this kind of Susia here as a general purpose nomadic outpost at the moment. And no, we're going to go with military. And we're going to leave this for the moment. I'm not going to make the same mistake as I made in the last part. So I need a second artillery army. So we may have to... I mean, it'd be brilliant if I could bring this army through and get the artillery into here. I mean, that would be absolutely brilliant, but have a quick look. I mean, we've got some... What we might be able to do is trade a couple of these units, maybe get rid of a couple of archers, these new archers, and possibly the infantry here so that we can recruit some artillery. And then what we can do is if this army comes up, we can pass off the artillery to him and he will fill in that gap. That might be the way forward, because really we need some artillery to bash up these guys. I mean, if we could take this province, it'd be brilliant, because then that effectively will just kind of illustrate the point. We've now got here, if we take this province, that will, let's go back to normal mode. What that will do is it will shorten the front line here, so we can concentrate our armies on pushing in through here. And what that will also mean is I should be able to detach a couple of armies to move back to our next possible war, which will be against Galatia, because I would like to push through into Asia Minor. So we'll be confronting Rome on 2 fronts. So we'll have on 2 choke points. Not in a great rush to go down against Egypt. As I say, I think the real threat is Rome, because they're now at war with the Getae. And also a little bit worried about Galatia. But of course, we're going to have to kind of clear out these guys on the way through. Let's have a look diplomatically. Galatia's at war with Kush, but they hate us. These guys are also at war with Kush. So what we would need to do is tidy up Parthia, come back here, station some armies here, and then join the war with Kush. Yeah, you're at war with Pergamon, and we might upset by joining. We may have to balance the diplomatic impact. Then they'll say the next big target will be Galatia. Actually, who's Galatia actually at war with? Just Kush, okay. And then that would get us level with the Romans, and plus there's lots and lots of money to be made in this area. I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we will be planning to attack here with Marv to get a bit of a threshold, but a little bit worried about the fact that they could come round behind us here. So, and we've only got the 2 armies out here. So we may have to be, in the light of the change here, we may have to be a little bit more conservative. The alternative is that we don't push on Marv, we push on this settlement here, but it depends on what this agent finds. Oh, so you've got to go round anyway. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.